All right. So I'm going to go ahead and answer this question from Lamont. And if you have an email question that you would like to send in and have me answer, you can just go to my website, KimIverson.com, and submit your questions there. So his question is, I'm a Christian democratic socialist. As such, I've been on the forefront of recognizing a vastly expanding group of young Christians who think Jesus was a lot more like Bernie Sanders than Donald Trump. Yet it seems that the further left a group is, the more likely they are to attack Christianity and or religion in general. There is, I think, a large group of religious leftists like myself who are waiting to be embraced by the group who we support. Any thoughts? Yeah, I think this is a really good question, Lamont. Thanks for sending it in. I do agree with you that there does seem to be quite a bit of religious bigotry that has been brewing. I don't think that everybody who's on the left by any means is a religious bigot. In fact, I still think, according to a recent poll that I found, I think I have to find this, that there's still a majority of people on the left who do believe in God and have some sort of faith. I do think that that is still the majority of people. But I do agree with you that there does seem to be some religious bigotry, especially when it comes to Christianity. I think that it seems to be safe if you're some other religion, if you are Muslim or Buddhist, or if you're something other than Christian, then there does seem to be more of a protection idea. We want to protect these groups. But if you're Christian, then there does seem to be a bit of disparaging attitude of kind of like, oh, well, you're a Christian right-winger. And so, yeah, I do think that there is that viewpoint for sure. But I think that, and a good question is, how do we correct that? I know for me, myself, whenever I hear it, I combat it. I was always really religious, actually, myself. I'm not now, but I grew up in a Catholic and Buddhist family. One half of my family's Catholic and the other half of my family's Buddhist. I actually myself converted to Mormonism when I was 14 years old, and I was very active in the Mormon church for about 15 years. And then I like I said, I'm no longer active in the Mormon church, but and I still like the Mormon church a lot. I don't have anything really negative to say about it. So it's not like, oh, I just, thought that they were evil, or anything like that. No, I just stopped participating, and that was really kind of it. So I do feel when I hear that, I try to fight back against that narrative for sure, because I do know that there are many who are on the left who are very religious and believe in God. And there are even, another thing to think about, there's quite a few people on the left who are anti-abortion, who are pro-life, or I'd say pro-birth, really. And maybe on the left, more of those pro-birth people are more pro-life, unlike some people on the right where they're just pro-birth, and then after that, they don't care. And I think that's another group to look at. I'm pro-choice, very, very much so. But I do recognize that it's possible to be on the left and to not be. I think that there are those nuances there. And I do think that there's a bit of an attack of Christians for sure. I think that is easily disparaged. But, same thing like the attack that I guess could be seen as on, the white guy, the old white guy. Same sort of attack. There's a lot of disparaging remarks. And I do think we need to all be really careful of that, because it is bigoted. It's bigoted to say those kinds of things. We've been fighting against bigotry only to become bigots ourselves in a lot of ways. And I think that is something that we do on the left need to be very careful of. So that is what I think of that. Again, if you have any emails that you want to send in to me, any questions, please do so. I love to get your messages. I read them all. Even if I can't respond to all of them, I do read them. Just go to KimIverson.com, submit your questions, and that's all I've got for you guys today. Be sure to donate to the candidates. Tulsi Gabbard could use your donations. Andrew Yang could use your donations. Marianne Williamson, I like to throw her in the mix because she would be an interesting person to hear from on the debate stage. And also Pete Buttigieg. I always say donate to these candidates, even if you do not plan on voting for any of them. I think that it's important to donate to their campaigns because we want them on the debate stage. They need 65,000 individual donations of any size. The amount doesn't matter, so you can give $1 to each of those candidates. They need 65,000 individual donations, and they need those donations to come from 20 different states. So they need to get those donations from you. If you just have a chance, give them $1 each. Let's get them on the debate stage. They've got a deadline coming up here in the next couple of months in order to get those numbers. So, and again, if you want to tweet me, you can. It's at Kim Iverson Show. Also, I would love your support on Patreon. That is how I'm trying to keep this show alive and running, and your help is greatly appreciated. You can go to my Patreon page. The link is down below. Other than that, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell in order to get the notifications that you know when the next videos are being published. And until tomorrow, guys, thanks for watching and listening.